up? Welcome back to a new episode of Suelta La Lengua con Itati. I am your host, Itati Lopez, and I'm so excited for today's episode because I've been watching this girl's lives and I'm just obsessed with how good she is at telling stories. And I just love her content in general. I actually came across one of her lives where she was just talking about like her in the influencer world, social media, and I really, really like her content. And I was like, I want her on the show. I want her on here. She has so many things that she wants to talk about and we want to share with you guys. So let's give a huge round of applause to Brianna in today's episode.
Hi, thank you for having me.
How do you feel?
I feel nervous and excited, but mainly excited.
No nervous. Today we're just gonna go ahead and tell everyone who you are because honestly, I love your content. I love watching you, and I'm so excited to get to know you more. So she did bring her boyfriend, her sister-in-law, and her mother-in-law. They're people so humble, so buena onda. I've actually been to the Mariscos Lonchera in Long Beach. So freaking bomb. Esa michelada después de que andaba bien cruda, so bomb, dude. But how are you doing? How was the drive over here?
It was good. It wasn't that bad.
No?
There was a little bit of traffic, but it wasn't like too bad. It was like a 45-minute drive.
45.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like an hour and a half.
It was. Yesterday I checked to see how far it was, and it was an hour.
Qué bueno.
Yeah.
I did see it yesterday when I went on your sister-in-law's live. They were like, you're going to Bakersfield? I was like, no. My studio's in Burbank.
Yeah, my mother-in-law, she thought it was in Bakersfield. She was like, I'm ready for a trip.
No, and then she also posted such a cute video. I'm going to ask Matt to post it on here, but it was a video of her talking about her being like the reaction to everyone to telling them that she was going to be on the podcast today. It was so cute. They freaking surprised me with flowers, and I'm going to show you them right now. Look, let me show you this. Brianna surprised me with this ramo buchón. OMG, girl, thank you. Look at this. Oh my God. Y luego mi favorito color también, rosita con blanco.
I wanted it to match.
Dude, so fucking cute. Y ya no te sientes entonces nerviosa ni you're ready for this.
Yeah.
Vamos a sacar todo. Le vamos a preguntar toda la Brianna. Thank you, girl. La neta de todo corazón. On Suelta La Lengua, we have this little segment called Neighborhood Chisme where I kind of like, we talk about something going on around in the world and we just kind of react to it to see what the fuck are people doing. So there's this one that says, the chisme happened in New York City. An 18-year-old man robbed a pizzeria at gunpoint and stole more than $1,000. Later that night, he came back to allá al pinche lugar de la pizza y compró un slice.
What the fuck?
So he stole $1,000 and then he went back to go buy a pinche slice of pizza. Dijo the owner recognized him and called the cops and he was later arrested.
Was he trying to do his good deed of the day or something?
What a dumbass is. Like, how do you go and steal money and then you go back and buy a pizza slice? Dude, we were actually talking about it on a previous episode. De lo loco que la gente está. We're also talking about like someone that ate a leg. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Dude,
I did.
Crazy as fuck. Imagine you like, have you ever been to a place when they were stealing or you've never been to like you shopping and then they're stealing?
I was. I was buying, I think, I was getting my Apple Watch fixed and there was a guy, he was like, can I see like this iPhone? And he was like, oh, actually, can I see like the other colors? Like, I want to see it. And he grabbed all three and he ran. And they were just staring at him like
was it like Thanksgiving or Christmas or just any regular day?
Oh, I think it was like, oh yeah, it was.
Really? Y se lo robó. Imagínate que sacar, dude, ahorita nowadays it's so fucking scary to go out. And I'm even scared of going to the movie theaters, dude. I'm gonna be straight up.
No, one time we went to Los Callejones and a lady told us, it was us three, my cuñada and my mother-in-law. We went and we had our bags and she was like, oh, you shouldn't bring out your bags. Like they've been snatching bags here lately.
Que se los roban y se los llevan. Dude, honestly, if I was ever in a place, I've seen like people, once I was eating in Chick-fil-A, like in the parking lot, and this one guy came outside running with a cart of like stuff from Dick's and agarró like a bunch of like Nike stuff and Adidas stuff. Bitch, that guy was some guy that I knew.
No.
Yeah, he was. When I saw him, I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Danny? It's okay if I'm saying his name. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here, fucker. I was like, stealing shit. And then he posted on his story and he's like, selling it for a good price. Pues nada, de pendejo lo agarró gratis.
Yeah.
This guy. But anyways, on today's episode, we are going to be getting to know Brianna better. There's so much to talk about. Your life with your boyfriend. You just got an apartment with him. Yeah. Your relationship with your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, just everything in general. So first things first, tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
I do TikTok. I want to start doing YouTube.
Okay.
And I just started working out, actually, and that's helped me really much. Like,
how is it that you started doing social media, or what caught you to do social media?
It was one time I tried going live doing my makeup one time.
And
I didn't get like much viewers. I got like 5-10 viewers, but I just wanted to do it for fun.
And
then there was one time I was like, babe, we should go to the Pike parking garage and just go live because he sings. They both sing.
I've seen him dance.
Oh,
Cuando
really?
hace el trending baile, el que le hace como...
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that. Oh, actually, yeah, porque también la muchacha canta.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I sing like just for fun, you know? So I was like, okay, let's go live there. Let's just sing because the echo is nice in there. And we went live, and I remember that was the first time we got like 500 viewers. And we were like, oh my God, like we have to keep doing this. Like we were so excited. And then we got home and we told Alexia, my cuñada, and she was like, we were like, let's go tomorrow and let's do it again. And we started making that a thing. And we started doing that. We started there, and then we started going live in the garage of their house. And
you also go and help your mother-in-law and their family and their lonchera that they have. A Mariscos place. So bomb, by the way, you guys. Ahí me curé la cruda. How is it that you met your boyfriend?
I met him in high school.
High school.
Yeah.
¿A los cuántos años tenían?
We knew of each other in my junior year, and he was a freshman. But I didn't know. And so we had a Spanish class together, and I remember it was the beginning of the year, and we had like this icebreaker thing. So we had to talk to people and say like, oh, did you have 6 siblings or this, whatever? And then we crossed it off on our paper. Something like that. And I remember I was like, I'm going to go up to him because I remember seeing him, and I was like, oh my God, like, he's fine.
Se enamoró, dijo, este es para mí.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I went with my friend. I was like, okay, I'm going to go. And then I went, and he literally just handed me the paper and didn't say a word to me. And I was like, oh, okay. And then that whole year, I didn't try anymore. Like, I was like, fuck that. But I had a friend in that class, too. And I would go, like, over there because she would sit next to him. That was their seating. And I would go just to be, like, near. But just to be there. But I wouldn't say anything. And that year ended. And then the next year, we started following each other. And then...
Who followed who first?
I think I followed him.
Ande, mira. Dijo, ya no le rogué, pero lo seguí en Instagram.
It's because I followed her first.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, where is his Instagram? And I found it, and then I followed him. So he posted a thing of iMessage games, and I commented, and I was like, me. And then he said, supposedly, he said that he was the only one that he replied to. But we don't know.
Vamos a tener que sacar un episodio con Brianna y su novio, un lie detector. Y ahí es donde comenzaron a platicar.
And that was like October 2019.
And how has that journey been?
It's been really good, but rocky.
Yeah. You guys moved in together already?
I moved out.
Okay.
But he's there like all the time. So, you know.
And how is that? You don't live no longer with your parents? No. How is that? How is your relationship with your parents?
Well, ever since I came out.
Okay.
I didn't get to come out to my dad.
Okay, let's talk about her coming out story. How did you come out?
So I was talking. Well, me and Angel were starting to be together, and his tia, Angel's tia, snitched on me to my dad.
Oh.
Yeah. And because, I don't know, she was like in love with him or something. Like back when they used to go to high school together. So that's how they know each other.
They're the same age?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so Sheila was in love with him. And I guess like she used this as a way to like get closer to him or at least talk to him. So she snitched and said like, oh, like you need to pay attention to your daughter. Like you need to take care of her. Like you don't know what she's doing.
To your dad?
Yes. And I didn't know this was happening.
How did his aunt know your dad? Nomás así de...
In high school.
Oh, okay.
She liked my dad in high school.
Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, I thought something else. Okay, good thing we cleared this up. I thought you meant she liked your boyfriend. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, she liked your dad.
Yeah, in high school.
And that's why... Okay,
yeah.
Ya entendí.
And...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she told him... And I didn't know about this, but I was in school one day and then I realized my phone didn't have service. And I was like, that's fucking weird. And I remember picking up my little sister. She was like about 8 years old, I think.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, and I picked her up and I was like, text dad, tell him if he needs anything or if he needs to talk to me or something, like to call you because my phone's not working right now. And I thought, it's because I always had problems with my phones. And I was like, okay, it's just acting up. And so he he never answered her. And I was like, what the fuck? And then my stepsister, I went to go pick up my stepsister. And she told me, like, dude, like, something happened. And I was like, what? And then she was like, your dad knows. And I was like, what do you mean? And then she started telling me because her mom told her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was like,
damn.
fuck, like, what am I supposed to do now? And I was crying so bad. I was calling Angel, and I was like, what the fuck do I do? I don't want to go home. But I had all the kids with me because I was the one driving.
How long were you guys together when that happened?
We just started dating.
Oh,
it was like a week.
Okay.
That we were official. Yeah.
And Angel is the first person that you've been with that from that time that you came out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was new to your dad. Okay.
And so when I got home, when I finally went home, like, he got home and he tried to take my phone already.
Really?
And I hid it because I already knew, because that was always a thing. Like, if I got in trouble or in school or anything, he would take my phone. So I hid it, and he was like, give me your fucking phone. And I was like, no, like, you're not taking it. I was like, why are you being like this? And he was like, because, like, I don't fucking like that shit. That's fucking disgusting.
Really?
Like, no, he was so pissed off. Like, he was calling me so many names.
I mean, I can only imagine, but how did you feel hearing your dad tell you that stuff?
It was a shock to me because he has never talked to me like that. I was daddy's little girl.
Yeah.
I was his favorite, like, favorite. And all my siblings knew. Like, all my siblings would always tell me, like, oh, like, if they wanted something, they would say, go, act like you want it, like, so we can go. And I would always go for them. And he would say yes to me.
Did you feel like you did something wrong? Or did you know in your heart that you did? Because in reality, you didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You were going for what you love.
Yeah.
And how did your mom take this?
My mom was super supportive. I told her a while back before that. And she was like, you don't have to worry. Like, I support you. I love you how you are and everything. And, yeah.
And your dad, to this day, he's still in that same position? He has not changed?
Yeah.
But have you ever tried to talk to him? Like, hey, Dad, this is what I am and this is what I like, and you, like, what can we do so you can be with me? Like, you've never tried to open up that cycle again?
I have, but it was mostly like in arguments.
Yeah.
Like, when he would go off on me. Because I lived there after, when he found out, I lived there for like 3 years. So it was like hell, like multiple times of him trying to kick me out.
Oh.
So with those arguments, I would see, like, why are you so mad? Like, this is nothing wrong. Like,
it's not.
Why can't you just accept me for me?
It's not
And
wrong.
he couldn't. Like, he wouldn't. He was like, no, I don't like that shit.
Is he like old school Mexican
That's
type?
the thing. He was born here.
Oh.
And raised here. Like Angel's dad, he was born in Mexico and raised there. And he's so supportive. Like,
are you the first one from your family, from his side, to come out?
Yeah.
So it was like something new to him, probably. Yeah. But in reality, it's nothing bad. And I hope that you know that it's nothing bad.
No,
you're not the first, you're not the last. It's completely normal. Even I am barely knowing you, and I support you. I support everyone in it, because you are allowed to be with who you love, whether it is how it is, honestly. And I think that, I'm pretty sure it took like a big toll in you, because that's your dad. And like you saying, you were like daddy's girl. So it's like that freaking breaks you, you know? You've never thought about, hopefully in the future, trying to retry that, or?
I feel like I've waited enough.
Okay.
And it's to the point where if he does come around, it's like, okay, you came around. And if not, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's been too much.
Are you like closing that door, that cycle already? Or are you just leaving it there pa cuando él guste?
Yeah, I'm just leaving it there.
When's the last time you saw him?
I was going to see him for my little sister's birthday. It was on February 25th. I was going to go. And okay, so me and Angel have been going to my dad's house for little parties.
Your dad met Angel already?
Yeah, he met him at my 21st birthday party. That was like the first time, like, officially. It was just, okay, it was a handshake, but it was nothing else, like, after that. Okay. And so for this party recently, he has went to parties before, but it was just my sister's parties. It wasn't like family parties. Like, she threw parties with her friends, and he would come with me. Okay. So I was like, okay, after him coming those times, I was like, okay, I think it's going to be fine if he comes this time, like a family party. So I still ask, like, out of respect, I asked my stepmom, I was like, is it okay if Angel comes? And she says, like, I don't know, like, ask your dad. I was like, no, can you please, like, ask him for me? Because I have not been wanting, like, ask him for stuff like that. Yeah. And she asked him, he said no. And we were already ready. Like, me and Angel were ready. And I was like, I'm not going anymore.
You're like, no.
If you can't accept me like that with me and him, like, I don't care. And I texted my little sister. I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going anymore. I hope you understand. But I brought you a gift anyways. Like, come outside.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
And how were you able to get over or go over all the things he told you and everything he put you through? Like, how were you able to keep going on with life without letting it get to you?
I honestly feel like Angel's family has really, like, made me feel, like, whole.
Mm-hmm.
They have always been there for me.
Yeah. I see that you're always, like, with them and so close to them. And and it makes me very happy to know that you have people that support you. Yeah. Like I said, I barely know you and I support you. And I really support all of you because everyone deserves to be happy at the end of the day. Whether, it doesn't matter. No one's different. Like, whatever makes you happy, you deserve to be happy, you know? Unfortunately, there's sometimes parents that don't support us or don't like certain paths that we take, but that's okay because at the end of the day, it's your life and you deserve to be happy however you want to be, you know? But you're strong for that because you have a very supportive mother-in-law. How was it when you first met her?
When I first met her, I went to her house, like, as friends, as Alexia's friend.
Ah, okay. Okay.
As Alexia's friend. And so, but we thought, like, we were slick, you know, like, because Angel didn't want to tell her yet because he was in trouble with school at the time.
A troublemaker. Oh, my.
He was not good with his grades or anything like that. So she would always, like, get on their shit. Like, you need to get your grades up and everything. And so during this time, he was like, I can't tell her yet. Like, no. And that was even after we found out that it was my mother-in-law's cousin who snitched.
Yes.
So we couldn't tell her that either because then that was us telling her, like, we're together. And so when I went to her house for the first time, it was because we got a message, like, as a school message that there was going to be a shooting in school.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and so Elsa, like...
What the hell?
Yeah. And Elsa told him, like, you guys are not going to school. And I remember telling my stepmom, like, oh, like, this is happening. Like, I don't want to go to school. Like, I'm scared. And she was like, I don't know. Like, if you don't go, it's not my problem. Like, but you need to go. And I was like, what do you mean? And I remember going to, like, they dropped us off at school, but I didn't go inside. And I went to their house. We asked permission. Like, Alexia asked her mom, like, can my friend come over because of the shooting?
Yeah. And
she said, yeah. And then we were upstairs, like, in the room, like, and they were supposed to be doing their homework. And so I was there sitting next to Angel and then Alexia over here and then their cousin on the other side. And she walks in, like, scaring us. To this day, she's always someone who scares people. So that day, that was my first impression. She came in, like, scaring me. And
How?
I was like,
what do you mean?
Like, the door was closed, kind of, and she just barges in, like, like that.
Like, literally scaring you.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, shit, like, what the fuck? And I was already scared of her because, okay, another backstory. He told me, like, he showed me pictures of her when we first started dating. I was like, she looks scary. And he was like, you know how people say that? And they say, like, oh, no, like, you're fine. Like, she's really cool.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, she is. I was like, what the fuck? You're supposed to comfort me.
Pinche demonia.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I was like, okay. So that day I was shitting myself. I was like, fucking shit. Like, I'm going to meet her.
But you're cool with her?
No, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And so that day, like, it was really nice. Like, she hugged me. She was like, nice to meet you. And that day, she already knew we were together without anyone telling her.
Your mother-in-law?
Yeah.
She knew you guys were already
She even asked my cuñada. She was like, is that Angel's girlfriend? And she was like, no. And then she came up and told us, she asked me if you guys were together. And she said no. And I was like, why did you say no? Like, we wanted to tell her that day, but we were scared.
Oh, damn. Yeah. And how was your relationship with your mother-in-law?
It's super good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How were you guys able to build that bond, or has it just been like that since the
It's
start?
always been really good. Like, she's very welcoming.
Yeah.
She literally told me, like, you're welcome here anytime.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's the best feeling in the world where you have, like, your mother. Porque hay muchas suegras metiches. Right? I'm telling you, hay muchas suegras metiches. So, tener una suegra que te apoya y que te quiere and just... I thought you were her daughter.
Really?
Yeah. Like, she just treats you like that.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like, I thought she was your mom, right? So, I see you talking about your stepmom. So, you're cool with your stepmom?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, your parents, well, no, obviously, they're not together.
Yeah, they divorced when I was, like... 5, 6 years old.
Oh, I thought this was recent. Oh no, they've been divorced for a while. She was the one that in the video that you told her, like,
and
I'm
FaceTime?
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's her.
Okay. And when you told her that you were coming out, did you tell her?
Yeah, she was super supportive of it.
As well?
Yeah.
How do you feel now being on, not necessarily on your own, but now you have this apartment. Now do you feel like ya tienes más privacidad? You're more in control of your life? Do you feel like, are you happier?
Yeah, at first I was kind of like fuck, like this is really happening. Like I have to do this all by myself. Like, but it was scary at first, but I got used to it. And it's fucking hard. Like, shit's expensive as fuck.
You live in Long Beach, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking expensive, dude.
Like, the one I pay was $1,600 for a 1-bedroom.
Are you serious?
And it's really small. Like, I think it's like this big, huh?
Really?
Like, huh? Like, all added up.
Hey, but talking realistically, that's what you're paying right now for where you're at?
Yeah.
Dude, and if you have it, well, that's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is for people to try and get a place?
Yeah.
So for you to have your own place, that's fucking badass, dude.
And
I
you know
give
what?
you props, seriously. And with you coming out and this whole situation, has it affected your communication with your family besides your parents? Or not at all? Or they're supportive?
With, like, my siblings? Or how?
Siblings, aunts, uncles, your family in general. What other challenges do you have to face with
I
it?
haven't seen my siblings, like, as often because obviously I would see them, like, every day.
But because of that? Because of you
I
coming
got
out?
kicked out.
Oh,
and
they're with your dad.
Yeah, they live over there. Yeah. I had a baby sister. Like, she was about to be, I think, 1 year old. And it was kind of hard because she was very little. And, like, and it sucks that I can't see her grow up like that. Like, obviously I could visit her and everything, but I would see her every day.
Oh.
Yeah. And as for my siblings, I feel kind of fucked up because I feel like ever since I got kicked out, I felt some kind of, like, resentment towards them as well. Because, like, I feel like since they're associated with my dad, like, I feel like I get annoyed, like, when they call me sometimes. And I know that's fucked up, but I don't know what it is. Like,
the day your dad kicked you out, if you don't mind me asking, ¿cómo fue que te dijo? He just told you get out?
So he was always big on, like, my curfews 10 o'clock. And I would be late. Sometimes me pasé. Like, I would go, like, at 10:30, like 10:40.
That's not pasándote.
Yeah, to him, it is.
Really?
Yeah. Like, if I'm late 5 to 10 minutes, that's, oh, fuck no.
Really?
Yeah. And so it was already time that I was late. A lot of times that I would come home late. And then this one time, I remember coming home. I was doing flowers before. And I would work on my ramos at Angel's house. And I would get home late sometimes because I was like, I have to fucking finish this. Like, I have to hurry up. So one time, he was texting me, like, you better get here on time. Like, I'm here waiting for you. And one time, that day, it was like 10:10 and I got home. And he was there already, like, waiting for me. And he was already going off on me, like, through text. And I opened the door and he was like, what the fuck did I tell you? You need to be here fucking on time. Like, cussing me out like that.
Really?
Yeah. And I remember my little sister, she was like 12. And then she was holding my baby sister. So I was, like, paying attention to my baby sister. I was, like, trying to ignore him, like, because if I ignore him, he's, like, gonna go away, you know? So I was just trying to play with the baby and everything. And then he kept going. And I was like, okay. And he was like, don't fucking play with me. I'm gonna throw all your shit out right now. Don't fucking test me. And I was like, okay, fucking do it. And I went like that with my hand. He was like, don't fucking raise your hand at me. And he ran to my room because I said, okay, do it then. And he ran to my room and he opened the back door and he started throwing all of my shit outside on the fucking dirt everywhere.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And that next day is when you moved?
No, so that night I went to my stepmom's room because my stepmom, so those other times that he's tried kicking me out, I have been packed before, like already. And my stepmom has always said, like, no, you're not leaving. Like, I'm going to talk to him and you're staying. Like, it's okay. Just don't pay attention to him. Don't listen to him. So I thank my stepmom for that because it was obviously not time for me to move out. Like, I haven't gotten approved for any apartments at that time. So my stepmom has always been there about that, like, not kicking me out.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that night I went to her room and I was like, what do I do? Like, he's throwing my stuff out. And she was like, hi, like, why did you say to do it? Like, you know how your dad is. I was like, no, like, that's not fucking right. Like, I'm his fucking daughter. Like, you don't kick out your kids like that. Just because.
Que fueras un felon o que mataras a alguien. You're not, like, doing anything wrong.
And I've always said that, like, I don't fucking do drugs. I'm not out there on the streets. I'm not doing nothing. Like, you just don't, like, accept me. And that's the problem here. And so that I told her, I was like, what do I do? And she told me, call your grandma. My grandma lives in Long Beach. I lived in Compton.
Okay.
And my grandma answered, and I was like, Grandma, can I please come to your house? Like, my dad's throwing all my stuff out and everything.
Really?
And this whole time that I was in there, it was like 15 minutes in there, yeah. And then I remember I haven't told Angel yet. Like, I was so like into like what was happening.
That's what I was about to ask you. Did you tell Angel what was going on?
And I texted him. I was like, he's kicking me out. He's literally throwing all of my stuff out. And he was like, what the fuck? I was like, I haven't. He dropped me off that day. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I haven't left yet. Like, I've been here because I had a feeling like something was happening. And I was like, how the fuck? Like, how do you like have that feeling? Like, how did you stay here? Because that day, his mom told him, like, can you stop by here, like, and get food for us? Mm. And so his family was waiting, and they didn't know, but he was there, like, he hasn't left. Damn. And I was like, fuck, like, can you please, like, tell your mom, like, say, can you stay because I need your car and my car, to fit all my shit in there. And so he stayed, and we loaded it up and everything. But that day, before he kicked me out, it was so different, like, from all those other arguments that we've had. He looked super, like, demonic, like, fucking scary. Like, I've never seen my dad like that. Like, when I saw him screaming at me and he looked at me straight in the eye, I was like, oh, this is it. Like, that's it. I already knew.
Did you feel like he would have done something to you, like a freaking una cachada or something?
No,
like
I don't think so. My dad
was just going crazy. Like, he was just like going all off on you.
Yeah, my dad has never hit me. Like, my other siblings, he has. But I was
lo normal, pues, lo que es como un cintarazo o algo lo normal. Yeah.
And I remember one time he did hit me because I've always talked back, but he's always, all my other siblings, when they talked back, they would get in fucking trouble and they would get an ass whooping and whatever. Yeah. But me, like, when I would talk back, he would just like scream at me and then let me go, whatever. And then one day I talked back to him really bad and he slapped me. And I was like, what the fuck? And I started bleeding.
Are you serious?
Yeah. But I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is happening right now? I was like, did he fucking hit me for real? Because it was new to me because I never got hit. Yeah. And I remember, like, going to my room. My stepmom was, like, helping me, like, clean it up and everything. And he came to me and he apologized. And, like, he's always, when he got me in trouble, whenever he would get me in trouble, he would always come to me and, like, apologize, jump on me and hug me and all of that stuff.
After all the maltrato y todo.
Yeah, but he would always come to me and my siblings. Like, that's why everybody knew I was his favorite. Because all my other siblings, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't go and hug them, nothing like that. So I knew, like, but.
And your siblings were there. Meanwhile, he was screaming at you and hearing. And how do they feel now that you're not living there anymore? Or now that you're not able to really see them as much as you want to?
My little sister, I think it affected her more. Yeah. She's always calling me. She's always texting me, like, can I come to your house? Can you come see the baby? Like, just to see her and everything. But I feel like it affected her. My other siblings are older already, so they'll come, like, whenever. We'll hang out whenever. But.
And how did your boyfriend feel when you told him what had happened that night?
He was like, in shock. He was like, wow, this is fucking happening right now. And he was there, like, and his family was there too. He was like, it's okay, like, you're gonna. And I remember my text from my suegra. She was telling me, she was like, don't look for him. Don't ask him why. Don't nothing. Like, this is happening for a reason. This is a blessing in disguise. And I remember reading that. I was like, okay, like, she's right. Like, I can't look back.
Yeah, you can't.
And I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to leave. Like, and I went to my grandma's house and I got approved for an apartment on Father's Day.
Really? On Father's Day, bro.
I was like, this is a fucking sign. Like,
te lo dio Dios. Si no te lo tu dar, te lo dio Dios.
Yeah.
It's because I've always, like, questioned why, and it's always like, your dad's Mexican, right? You're Mexican, yeah. It's always weird because Mexican dads just don't seem to accept that type of stuff, and I'm like, why not? Mm-hmm. What about if you weren't living a life with someone that you truly weren't happy? Yeah, you know, but you're with someone that you are happy, and you deserve to be happy. So what's the problem? You know?
Oh, and that's actually another thing because I remember before Angel, I was with someone else, and he knew about him. And I remember telling him when he found out, he was going off on me and he was saying, like, oh, but you were just with him. Like, now you come out with this shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, you don't know how that relationship went. Like, you don't know how he treated me and everything. Like, you're just saying you just want me with somebody else. And it's fucked up.
Is it maybe because of just, like, the whole Mexican culture? Do you think que a lo mejor alguien como que le llenó algo en la cabeza or probably told him something?
Yeah, and he was so, like, he's very much about what his friends think, what his family thinks, and all of that. So that has a big part.
100%. So do you think that if your siblings, any of them were to ever come out, you think he would react the same way with them, the way he did with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's just how it is with a lot of parents. But you know what? You have a good support system. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit and go more in depth into your relationship with your mom. Growing up, how was that relationship with her?
My parents divorced when I was about like 4 or 5 years old. Like it was during my kinder year. So I think 5, right?
5.
5. And that year they were divorcing, but before they actually like divorced, they were like nonstop like fighting and not just arguing, like hitting each other, and it was really bad.
Oh,
like,
damn.
I know like some people when they're that young, like they don't remember stuff like that, but I remember everything. Like
Really?
I remember how they would fight in the kitchen, throw stuff at each other. Like
Oh my God.
they would go outside and I would see like how my dad would like grab my mom. Like, yeah, it was really bad. But they divorced, they separated, and they went to court, and my dad won custody. I don't really know the exact story because I'm getting 2 different sides. So I don't know who's like, you know. But he won custody, and so we lived with my dad literally all my life. But I would always like cry, like, why is my mom not here? Like, why doesn't she come? Like, I would tell my dad, like, my mom used to always tuck us to sleep and like tell us goodnight, like sing to us and stuff like that. But after that, she, like, we wouldn't see her anymore. And we lived in Arizona back then. And I think my dad had to move from there, so we moved to my. Oh no. We were living there, and then he met my stepmom, and he moved them out over there. She had 2 daughters, and at first we were like, "Who the fuck are these kids?" Like, you know, like we didn't. It was okay. So it was me, my older sister, and a younger brother. So I'm the middle child, and then plus my stepsisters.
Yes.
And we were like so confused, like what is happening? Like, okay. But my older sister and my little brother had a hard time having that relationship with my stepmom. But I took it as like, okay, my mom's not here. So this is the mother figure like I need, and I'm going to take advantage of it. Like, and she was very good to me. Like she took me everywhere with her. Like she would do my hair. Like it was honestly really nice. Good. But during this time we would want my mom to pick us up. And I don't think she came to see us when we lived in Arizona. It was up until I think I was in 4th grade. We moved to California, to Long Beach. And I started going to school there. And I remember my dad, or I don't know how she would communicate with us, I forgot, but that my mom would come pick us up at this certain time or this day or whatever. And me and my siblings would be at the window, like waiting for her to show up. Dude. And there's been multiple times where she didn't show up. Yeah. And it was like a couple times where I was like, oh my God, like we would cry ourselves to sleep. Like why is this happening? My grandma would comfort us sometimes. But after like those times, I was over it. I was like, she's not going to come anymore. If she comes, okay, she comes. If she doesn't, I don't care. Like I'm over waiting for her. And, I remember my brother, he was very attached to my mom. Like, you can't say shit about my mom because he would go off on you. Like, don't fucking talk about my mom. And I feel fucked up. But when he was younger, like, he was little. So he's 2 years younger than me. So if I was like 10 or 9 and he was like 7, 6 years old. And I remember he would wait at the window still or outside. And I would be like, I would make fun of him. Like, bro, like, don't wait for her anymore. Like, you really think I would make fun of him? Like, why are you still waiting? Like, she's not gonna come.
She never showed up.
She's not gonna come up. And my dad used to throw that in our face too. Like, you see, what did I tell you about your mom? Why do you guys always believe her?
But she couldn't get you because of the custody.
So supposedly my dad got the right to, like let us see her with like whenever he wanted. But I thought we had to get like supervision.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly what happened.
That's what you're saying. You don't know exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's like 2 different stories. So I don't know. But he would like rub it in our face too. Like, stop believing your mom. Like, she's not going to come for you. Like, that's what you get.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it was like, we were little kids. Like, why are you saying that to us, you know?
Yeah.
And so it was like multiple times like that. And then eventually I guess I caught on to that. Like my dad telling us that. So I would tell that to my brother. And he would cry and get so mad at me, and he would hit me. Like, he was like, no, my mom is coming. Like, she's coming. And then when she wouldn't show up, I would be like, you see? What did I tell you? Like, what did I tell you? like stop believing her.
She never told you, like even now, she's never told you why she never went?
So we did talk. And she said that it was my dad's fault. Like he would say, they were mine, don't come for them.
Oh.
But when she would call us, or I think she would call us and say like why she wouldn't come, and it was because she would have car problems, or she didn't have gas, or this and this and that. And I'm like, okay, so which one is it? I don't know, honestly. But it was always that excuse, the car, or no one can take me. And during that time, my mom wasn't stable. Like she was using, and she wasn't okay. So I was like, obviously okay about it. Like not okay about it, but I was like over it in a way. And so that would happen multiple times. And there was times where we would go like for vacations, and we were always like even though I would get mad at her, but those times when we would go over there, I was like so happy. Like I was with my cousins, like all my tias. Like it was so much fun. But every time we would get dropped off, it was like hell. Like we would cry and cry, like, no, mom, like just keep us. And she would always tell us, okay, we need to go to court. We're gonna go to court. I'm gonna fight for you guys. Like you guys are gonna come live with me. And it never happened. Like no.
And do you feel like that really took a trauma or toll on you, that she never showed up even though you waited for her?
Yeah.
It did?
Yeah, it did. Because I feel like I always needed like my mom. Like I know I had my stepmom, but I needed my mom.
Your mom. Yeah. That's what you need. Maybe, do you feel like it was they probably gave him custody because of how, like you mentioned right now, she was consuming things she shouldn't have done?
I think so. I don't know exactly how like that went down, but it had to do. Okay, so my dad told me that she signed off saying she can't have custody of us, or she can't take care of us. But my mom's telling me like that's not true. And obviously my dad, I can't trust him right now, so I don't know if like, but he told us that years ago, so that has always stuck to me, and I barely told her yesterday.
Oh really?
Yeah, I barely told her yesterday because I've always like held back, like I never wanted to tell her that. It's because I've always been like, my mom is very sensitive. She's very sensitive. She'll cry like over anything. So I always held back how I feel and talk about how I feel because of her feelings. Exactly. So I've always like held back. Like I was like, no, I can't say this because my mom's gonna cry. Like mom's gonna feel bad.
But what is it that you want to tell her?
I don't know. Like I've always wanted to know like why wasn't she there? Like why didn't she come? And she basically told me like it was because of my dad.
Do you feel like you ever are gonna talk to her and just sit down with her and be like, hey, I want to talk to you and I want these questions answered? Can we go over them? Do you feel like that's something that could ever happen?
Yes, I think so. Like right now, yesterday I was gonna call her and talk over it, but I was like, I know I'm not gonna be able to talk. No. Because if she's crying, I'm gonna cry.
She's like your weak spot then.
Yes.
That's how I am with my dad. Like you hear them and you can't talk to them because then you bawl out and you cry.
Yeah.
Dude, that's how I am. And that's just damage, man. Yeah. I have that damage too. And it's just so hard because it's like, damn, why can't life be the way we want it to, you know?
Yes, that's always what I say.
But you can, you talk to her now. Like you talk to her.
To her. I tell her like everything that goes on in my life and everything. But it's just when it comes to that, like I feel like I can't really go to her. Because when I got kicked out, she lives far and I have my life here. So I feel like I couldn't go to her, and I feel like she's not entirely like, not that she's not stable now, but like she has her little family there. Like there's not gonna be enough space for me. Like she's told me, come over here when I got kicked out, and I was like, no, mom, like I'm gonna stay here. And I never really wanted to move over there with her. Yeah. My sister went to live over there, and then she moved out, and then my little brother went. My dad kicked him out too. Yeah. But he came back, and my dad let him. So.
And how's your mom doing now? Is she off all those things?
Yeah, she is. I think she's. When I think I was like in middle school or almost in high school, where she told me that she was clean.
Good.
And I was like, but to me it was kind of a shock, because I was like, oh, like you've been using like all these years. I was like, oh shit, like you know. But I was happy for her. Like I was like, I'm really happy. Like you're clean now. Like it's a different life, you know.
God, no, well, I'm so happy you can have that cycle, and ojalá en un futuro you can open up with her and just be like, hey, you know, I would like these questions answered and I just want to have a better relationship with you, dude. But I just know how hard that is because I'm the same way, Brianna. Like, I have so many fucking questions for my dad, but I just can't. That's my weak spot. I can't look him in the eyes. I can't call him. He called me for my birthday. That morning I woke up, me arreglé, I was ready, and as soon as he called me, dude, my energy went. Like, he told me shit and he was crying, dude, and it was the worst moment because I was like, God damn, like I wanted him to call me, but then it's like, fuck, I hear him and now, you know, it's like sad. But how's your relationship with your sister-in-law?
Actually, that's actually funny because the reaction video, a lot of people are coming at her because she didn't react the right way.
No, please.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
and
no.
if anybody knows, Alexia's very, like, she's very chill. She's laid back. She's not like, oh my God, like, no, like that. That's me. I could be like that. But she's the opposite. And everyone knows that. But if you don't know her, then that's a problem.
What were they saying in the comments?
They were saying, like, oh no, she's fucking,
Que le dio envidia or what?
Yeah, like, they were saying she's not happy for you. Yeah. Like, watch out for her. Like,
have you ever been on social media drama? No, huh?
No,
you haven't. No. And you won't be. You know what? I was just talking about this earlier with my fiance. I was like, it's so sad how social media now, it's like, who has the best chisme? Who has the best problem? Like, it's not even about, like, how it was, you know? Like, everything is just so sensitive. But what is it that you want to conquer on social media? Or what is it that you want to do on social media? What do you want to be known as?
Known as me.
Yeah,
Brianna, I want to be able to be big. I want to be able to. I have a bartending business right now, so I want to grow that so much to the point where I'm like booked like every fucking weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if possible. And I want to have more, like workers, like coworkers, like to work for me. Like
exactly.
Like if I'm busy one weekend, they can have that
take
another
over
party of another one.
Have you always wanted to be your own boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, since you were little, or when did you know you wanted to be like your own? You wanted to be on your own grind.
Honestly, when I started working with my suegra, I loved that. That, how do you say it?
Like that energy, that because your suegra's a chingona.
Yeah.
I see her on social media. She gets down. She knows what. Yeah, and that's
so it feels like obviously I'm in their family, so it's a family business. So I obviously feel like it's our own, like, not our own time, because obviously I have to respect their times and what time they want me there, what days they want me there, and everything. So it feels really good, like, to be able to work with family. That's so good. Now that I was just talking about this, I was telling Angel, like, I can't imagine myself working a normal job now. Like, I can't.
That's an entrepreneur mindset, dude. Yeah. Like, straight up. How long have you been doing bartending for?
Since like October.
Okay, and how has it been going? Good?
It's been going good.
Gracias a Dios.
There's a lot of supportive people that follow me.
Good. Well, cuando vienta un pinche pare, le voy a hablar a Brianna, le voy a decir, Brianna, vente, what is the drink that they most ask for when you go? Palomas. Yeah. Lo que es la tequila con el squirt. Yeah. What's your favorite tequila?
I like Don Julio.
70. Yeah. Dude, we actually took a shot before this. Por eso andamos medias calentitas. Andamos listas. But what are some good sides and bad sides about social media? Have you ever received any really bad hate or something that you're just like, man?
When I first started, when we first started it, I used to get hate a lot.
Really?
Because they would say that I'm not good enough for Angel. Angel's a good guy and he doesn't deserve, I don't deserve him and all that. And I'm like,
why?
Yeah, I didn't understand. I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Was there ever a video that maybe you did that they didn't like?
We would mostly go live.
And what would you do that triggered them to?
Like, I don't know. It's probably the way we talk. But we talk like if we're fucking best friends, like aggressively, like we make fun of each other and shit like that. But I don't know why people take it wrong. And now it's mainly hate on him.
Really?
Yeah. It's like switched. Yeah. They think he's like all moody all the time. He doesn't want me anymore. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, people just pick and choose what the fuck they want to talk about and what they want to, like.
Whatever they want to talk about. And after you guys being together for so long, how is it that you maintain your relationship the way it is right now?
I feel like us being on social media helped a lot.
Yeah.
Because it shows, like, how our relationship really is. Good. You know? And obviously communication, we have to like really like talk about like this, we have to talk about our feelings. One thing about Angel, he is very to himself.
He doesn't really express himself.
He can't. And
that's how my man, and it's just it's so hard. Like, you can't read them. Like, you wish you like they're so quiet and you're just like, Say something. What's wrong? You know, like, well, I can't read your mind. Tell me.
And I'm always like, can you tell me? Like, can you tell me how you feel? Like, we need to talk this out. Like, and it's over like dumb arguments, but it just happens, you know? But we have to talk it out. Like, he's learned, like, okay, like, you know what? Like, you don't deserve for me not to talk. We have to talk things out. We have to communicate. We have to, you know, all that.
Pero how do you take that hate? Do you let it get to you, or did you learn how to like?
In the beginning it was hard, but after I'm like, what the fuck? Like, these people are behind a screen. Like, they have nothing else to do. Like, if you're fucking hating on me, like, you're fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I actually don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, seriously. And how do you see yourself from now to 5 years?
First off, my bartending business. It's a lot I want to do, but I just don't know.
I'm going to tell you something. The first video I watched from you that I was like, oh my God, I seen you guys. Cuando iban en vivo, you and your cuñada en la lonchera. When you guys would go live y estaban allí y estaban como like platicando and todo. Those were the first lives that I would watch. Yeah. I actually came across your guys' La Lonchera because when I was in Long Beach, I posted on my story, the best mariscos que hay aquí. Y todos. Mariscos delgados. Yeah, like probably like 20 people. And then I go on like Google Maps to go to the place, and it's like 5 stars, like 4.9, 5 stars. No, seriously. And I was like, damn, let's see what this is about, right? Yeah. I didn't get off the car that day. Remember, I was so cruda.
Oh, yeah.
I was so cruda.
We were all excited. We're like, oh
yeah,
my God.
But I didn't know it was theirs, right? Like, I just pulled up. I would watch their lives, but I didn't know it was theirs. And I saw Brianna, and I was like, no. I saw Angel. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, what are they doing here?
Shit. Okay, so you didn't know we were all like connected.
Like, no. Like, I had seen your lives, but I didn't know that specific mariscos was your guys'.
Okay.
So I knew you guys had like a lonchera, but I didn't know it was that one. So then when I rolled up and I saw Angel, I was like, wait, what the heck? I was like, oh shit, it's right here. The michelada was so fucking bomb, you guys. Like, me quitó la pinche cruda, like so good. But literally, I'm just so happy in general for the way that you are treated and respected by his family and by your mom and your stepmom. It's okay if, you know, stuff doesn't work out how it is. But girl, you're a strong-minded person. Because como que se mira como que a ti no te afecta absolutamente nada. What is it that you would tell people who are watching you that want to come out but are scared to?
I would say just do it. Yeah. If you know in yourself and you know you have people that support you, nothing else should matter. If you know that there's going to be people who are going to talk shit, obviously, pay no attention to them, honestly.
Do people ever come at you guys on social media for literally being who you are, you and Angel?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Fucking people, I swear.
Like, it used to be mainly men. Like talking shit.
Always. Yeah. It's always men. Always men talking shit about girls. It's always fucking guys, I swear. Ella se maquilla mucho. ¿Qué te importa? Si me maquillo como me maquillo. Like, it's always fucking guys coming on. I see you do a lot of TikTok lives too. ¿Te gustan más los TikTok lives que como que publicar, huh? Because you do post, but you love TikTok lives. Yeah. I love how you're yourself on TikTok live. Do you feel like you're always just going to stick to who you are and just always be you?
I've always said that because I've followed people like before, like they started blowing up, and I noticed how they change, and I'm just like, no, like I can't be like that. I can't.
You've ever been to influencer parties?
No.
You've ever met influencers?
Yeah. You
don't have to say a name, but have you ever came across someone that you always watched and then you saw them and then you're like, they're not like they are in videos? Simply like Itati.
I don't think like that. No, not off the bat.
No? Qué bueno. But do you, if they were to ever invite you to one, would you ever go to one?
Yeah.
I'm going to invite her to my freaking skincare, my first ever launch party. Te voy a invitar. You're going to be like the one que le van a poner, because later in the future, we're going to do like a skincare. Like, va a venir una muchacha de esthetician, las que hacen como facials. Girl, te voy a agarrar de modelo a ti. Que a ti te hagan el skincare en la cara. It's because I see so much potential in Brianna. Like, I really, really deeply do. And in her cuñada as well, because they have such a, like, beautiful, what do you call it? Aura? Yeah, like they have really nice energy. And they seem like the people that deserve to be influencers, because now the majority of the influencers is like, ¿quién se da el putazo más fuerte, you know? And they're more like, this is who we are. This is what we like to do. Come and join us. Like, these are the type of people that deserve to be influencers, like straight up talking, you know? But dicen aquí, best part of having a short king for a boyfriend. Damn, Jess. I'm reading off the TV. No me van a dar un putazo a mí. What's the best part of having wait, why short king?
Okay.
What's going on? Oh, shit.
He's shorter than me. But before I met him, I have always said, I don't want to be with someone shorter than me. Like, no, like, I can't. Like, I'm a tall girl. I'm 5'8". Like, I can't.
Oh, shit, you're taller than me?
Yeah, I'm
What the hell? Okay.
And I've always said that. And then I talked to him about it. And he said, I have always said I didn't want to be with a girl taller. Yeah. So it's like we got what we didn't want, you know? But it ended up being like a good-ass relationship.
¿Y cómo te sientes? Pues, pregunta tan estúpida que pregunto, ¿verdad? Pero quiero que te expreses, quiero que me digas cómo te sientes estando con Angel. How do you feel?
I'm honestly happy with him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you feel like, how describe him in 5 words.
He's very loving.
Yeah.
He treats me right. I can't even describe it. Like, he's everything, honestly.
Yeah. I see a lot of videos of you guys and you guys are truly happy. Siempre están bailando, cantando, haciendo desmadre. And that's what it's about, you know? Like, that's what it's about because you need to have that perfect, not necessarily perfect, but as long as you're happy and communicating and you're happy. But that is true. Majority of people a veces se aguardan todo adentro y uno quiere adivinar, pero nomás no suelta nada. Do you guys travel or do you guys what do you guys like to do on your fun time?
I like to travel. But
Yeah.
Angel actually doesn't.
No.
He does, but he can't get on a plane.
Like car sick or le da miedo los planes?
Yeah, planes he can't.
Has he been on a plane before?
He just went like last year, but his mom said it was not it. Like,
no.
He was like,
what happened?
Like, freaking out.
What the hell happened? We need to have Angel on the show. Like, we need to bring Angel on the show because what the hell happened? ¿Le dio un anxiety attack o qué?
Yeah.
Maybe because of the turbulence. ¿A ti no te da miedo los aviones?
No.
No? Do you guys ever in the future want to have kids?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I used to want like 10, but not anymore.
¿Cómo cuántos quieren tener?
I want 3.
But right now o todavía no?
No, not yet.
No. Have you guys ever started planning, like, do you guys ever, like, eventually want to get married or?
Yeah, I told him I don't want to have, like, I want to be around, like, 27.
You're 23?
I'm 22.
22.
I just turned 22.
Okay.
Like, latest 27 to have my first kid. I don't know if that's too early or not, but I don't know. I don't want to be, like, too old.
No, I don't think so. I'm 24, and right now my mind is not kids, girl.
Yeah.
27, I don't think is a bad age.
No?
My fiance, él tiene 30. So he's like, babe, we need to have him now because then my kid's going to have, it's going to be 20, I'm going to be 50, no voy a poder correr con él y me va a doler la espalda, you know? But it's like, when you're ready, you know? So, qué bueno. Con que ustedes quieran, viéntense en unos 6. Viéntense en unos 6 o sientes, fuck it. Who's a better dancer, you or Angel?
Angel.
Yeah. ¿Cómo es que sabe bailar? ¿Tomó cursos o qué? ¿O nomás le gusta bailar?
So when I first met him, he didn't dance like that. I would dance, and I was like, babe, like, you need to learn. When we would go to parties.
You taught him?
No, he knew. He knew.
Oh, he knew how to.
Never dance. Like, he knew, like, the basics. Like, obviously, he has rhythm.
But
when we would go to family parties, he wouldn't want to get up and dance with me. And I would be like, oh, my God, like, I'm going to just stay here the whole party and no dancing. Like, I can't. I love dancing. And eventually, he was like, we were like, oh, we have to fucking learn how to dance together. Like, I don't give a fuck.
You guys have been to Pico Rivera a couple of times, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, I want to go so bad.
Oh, you haven't went?
No, I've been there like 2-3 times, but I haven't been there in quite a while. I remember seeing you guys on live. Y si saben bailar.
Yeah.
No, hombre, hasta te quebra, Angel. Vámonos para abajo, te avienta.
I love his style of dancing.
That's good. No, qué bueno. How long have you been on social media?
I think since, was it 2022?
You started on TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok. Well, I had Instagram already, but I didn't have like followers like that. It was TikTok that it was gaining more.
And right now, are you already doing like, I don't know, brand deals or we're getting into no?
I haven't.
It amazes me how, like, girl, you have so much potential, Brianna. I'm about to make her a freaking, no, really. Porque tienes como, entonces como like 2 years?
Yeah,
what?
I think so, yeah.
And todavía no has agarrado como una agencia o como un manejador o como...
We just started my trainer. I met him through Mama G.
Okay.
My suegra.
Así le dices Mama G.
Yeah, that's what they call her. She started working out with him first, and then we jumped in, me and my cuñada, and we literally love him. Like, he knows how to talk, he knows how to motivate you, and
oh, good.
Yeah, like, it's been really good with him. And so he's going to be our manager now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So now you're going to freaking, yes, girl, yes. Do you have any upcoming goals or upcoming things that you're going to be doing this year?
Yes.
That you want to share? What?
Me and my cuñada are going to come out with the gym boutique.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be Brilex.
When is that launching?
Soon. We don't have an exact date yet, but that's going to come out.
Do you know how fortunate you are to have a good relationship with your cuñada?
I know.
Porque hay unas cuñadas que se agarran a putazos. Gracias a Dios que yo no tengo una cuñada, because if I had a cuñada, fuck, we'd be a putazos. But you knew her before. You told me you knew her before Angel.
We just followed each other, but we never like talked like that.
And if you guys didn't know that you're watching, you guys that are watching, they're twins.
Yeah.
Damn.
A lot of people ask, are me and Alexia twins?
I'm telling you, I thought you guys were sisters.
Yeah. Or they say me and Angel, we look alike. Are we siblings?
That's why you're soulmates, because you guys look alike. Have you ever heard that saying that says if you and your partner look alike, you're freaking soulmates? Ya te encontraste tu pinche soulmate. ¿No te ha dicho Angel any hints when he's gonna propose or anything?
No, but
Dice, no, ¿dónde está el pinche?
Like, he just says like soon, like, but I'm like, I know. I've told him like I want to be living together already if you're gonna propose, because
what does he say about that, moving in together?
At first he wasn't like fully like ready. He would say like not yet, like, you know. And I respected that, because it's like I don't want to rush into it, obviously. Like, it's my first apartment, so I just want to like wait it out, you know. And obviously we already know how we would be like living together, because he sleeps over a lot. So we know. Ya
estás lista para ponerte a cocinar, lavar la ropa. Yo dije, ay, yo sí quiero vivir con mi novio y todo, hasta que le tenía que lavar la pinche ropa. I was like, fucking shit, man.
I mean, I don't mind like cleaning. I don't mind cooking or anything. So like when I was growing up, I had to do those things. Yeah. So I feel like I was used to it, but I never minded it.
But all your family ya los conoce a él, a Angel. Ya los conocen todos a él.
Yeah.
And how is your siblings with them?
They get along with him good.
Yeah?
Yeah, like from the start.
Have you guys ever thought about doing like a family trip or something?
We've never talked about that.
No? I think que te gusta traveling or something like that. Are you guys traveling this year?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
Yo pienso que el Angel a lo mejor hasta va a salir con un promise ring o algo. ¿Quién sabe?
I mean, he gave me one, this one.
Okay. Ya tienes el promise ring entonces, Angel. Mira, ya hizo la...
This was when we turned a year. Yeah.
So what day did he ask you out?
February 14th. Valentine's Day. 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Wait, 4 years. Oh, no. I was thinking 6 years. No, 4 years.
4.
Y nomás son ellos dos. Like, you have any more cuñados o cuñadas?
Oh, yeah. They have a little brother.
Oh, and it's just 3.
Yeah.
Dude, and your suegra, she's right here in the room with us, you guys, behind the camera. Dude, bomb family. Te van a salir unos niños bien bonitos,
I know.
Te va a salir hasta gemelos a ti también. ¿Estás lista?
I hope so. I do want some.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You would be cool with having twins? I mean, it's a blessing, obviously, you know, but damn. Yeah. You're not scared. I'm so scared of having kids,
No,
dude.
I wasn't at first, but now I am.
You've always wanted to have kids, like even when you were younger?
Yeah.
Really?
And my siblings have always been like, you're fucking crazy. Like, what do you mean? Like, I've always said I wanted 10 kids because I wanted to be
un pinche scupas.
Yeah.
Fuck. No, pues si te los puedes aventar, viéntate. How many does Angel want? Nunca te ha dicho?
Like 3, I think.
No más 3, Angel. Bueno, well, we're going to hop onto a segment that we have here on Suelta La Lengua called Chisme Calls, where we're going to go ahead and answer a call from one of our fans. So we're going to put on our headphones and we're going to get into it. So let's do it. A ver. ¿A qué ver este chisme? Let's do this. She's going to be like, oh, shit. And the fact that it's not anonymous is crazy. Now, this girl's really trying to spill tea.
Hello.
Hi, Melanie. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good, girl. I'm right here with Brianna. She's joining me in Suelta La Lengua today. You want to say hi, Brianna?
Hi.
Hi.
So we heard you have some family drama, and we want to hear it.
Yes.
Pero tienes que contarnos, danos los puntos chingones, and you just gotta fucking cuéntalo como si fuera un cuento de Disney Channel. No sé, algo como bien exclusivo.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so I have a boyfriend, and his name is quote-unquote Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
And for New Year's, this 2024, we had a party. So obviously the family came over, and I'm wearing a shirt that shows cleavage. And we're outside in the driveway having a bonfire. Sí, las chichis tetonas.
Bien que te gusta enseñar las chichis. Ok.
¿Cómo que no?
No, es que hay que enseñarlos.
And we're outside in the driveway just having a bonfire. And so my boyfriend has a brother and the brother has a wife, which we will call Bob and Kylie. So we are all having a good time near the fire until Kylie comes up to me y me agarra del brazo bien fuerte and tells me to cover up and that I'm making my cuñada uncomfortable. No, but like she grabbed me like really fucking tight, like me agarró. O sea, like if she wanted to strangle me.
Wait, who wanted to grab you? Who's this girl?
La Kylie, my cuñado's wife.
Oh, your cuñado's wife. So, hace cuenta como like your sister-in-law. Te agarra, que te tapes. Oh, okay. All right.
And so I brushed it off and I told my boyfriend what she told me. And he just said, oh, she's just drunk. She probably just wants to joke with you. But later on in the night, she pulled me off to the side into a dark shadow in front of the doorway. And she starts fat shaming me, calling me names. And she had said, si no estuvieran aquí mis suegros, ya te hubiera reventado el hocico. Y me quedé ahí nomás parada pensando, ¿qué hubiera hecho Itat? O sea,
fuck that bitch up. That's what you need to do. What would you have done?
I would have fucked her up.
For real? Yes. What'd you do?
Would have fucked her up. Entonces, so I stepped off into the light para que todos vieran y le dije, no, pues, si me quieres reventar el hocico aquí enfrente de todos, hazlo, no tengas miedo. Y pues me fui because I knew this woman. She's 31 years old, by the way, and I'm just 16.
Oh, shit. What the hell? You're 16?
Yes, bro.
Right now, you're 16.
Yeah.
She does not sound like she's 16. I thought you were like 25 or something.
No, I'm 16. Entonces, pues, I knew this girl wasn't about to hit me, which I'm a 16-year-old, so I got mad, and when I get mad, I obviously cry. And I went through the door, o sea, like, I pushed her out the way. And my boyfriend and mi otro cuñado, 25, we're going to call him Ethan.
Damn, this girl's ready. Melanie's ready with the names. Okay?
Yeah. And so I told them what happened, my boyfriend. So a little later goes by, and we're all eating. My suegra sent me inside to Calimones. And guess who was inside? Bob and Kylie. Yeah. And I was just minding my business until Bob, her husband, Kylie's husband, tells me, tienes muchos huevos, morrita. Yo soy el hombre de la casa. And I ignored him until Kylie came up to me and she grabbed me by the shirt and she just started screaming at me.
Everything is because you were showing your boobs?
Yes, bro.
Does the girl have boobs?
No, bro.
That's why. That's why. Dile, siéntate, pinches chichis. Vete, siéntate la chingada. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, o sea, I was just ready for her que me metiera un putazo para so just to fuck her up ahí, ya. O sea, I was tired of her shit. Entonces, I stayed away for a little while and I stood off to the side with my boyfriend and Ethan. And I told Ethan about everything. He's 25, by the way. Everything that was going on, and he was quiet. Like, he was looking forward. He was just, like, nodding his head as I was telling him everything. And then Ethan went up to Bob, and he said, so you think you're the man of the house? Why are you telling a little girl this and this and that? And then Bob was denying everything. And then Ethan pushed Bob into the fire, and they started fighting. O sea, se van agarrando putazos.
Damn, not the Terminator, please. Not in the lumbre.
He rolled over. My boyfriend was holding Bob down, and they started fighting, and they had knocked my otra cuñada down with her 3-year-old toddler.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So the little kid was crying.
All this over your chichis?
Yes, bro.
Are you serious?
A bad bitch, but it's okay, you know?
Are you operada from your chichis, or what's so special about the boobs?
I don't know.
They just can't, no soportan.
No, que no soporten. No que soporten. Pero pues, I got all of the kids, because they were all outside playing with the fire, but I put them inside, and when I came out, la Kelly le metió un cachetadón al Ethan, and Ethan's wife grabbed his shoe and started beating her with it, and after the fight was over, Ethan and his family left, and you know what? And you know something? Bob tenía el hocico full of blood.
Damn, dude.
Le reventaron el hocico.
Ándale, por puto. Para que se le quite.
Ándale.
I just can't believe this is happening over you wearing a, like, is your family sensitive with you wearing a shirt that would show, like, not necessarily everything?
Well, yeah, my stepmom is, like, when I used to wear a bodysuit, and it had, like this open a little bit, so it would look like if I was wearing, like the thong, like a thong. But and she was like, "Oh my God, like, why are you wearing that? Like, that's not right." And I was already, like, older already, like.
Really?
Yeah.
Y de eso se ofendieron.
Yeah, and I went out like that. We went out, and so that's why she was.
But did you feel good with it on?
Yeah.
What's the problem? Es que I feel like a lot of people, as long as one is comfortable con lo que trae puesto, why should anyone care about what anybody has to say, you know? Yeah. Melanie, you should have fucked that bitch up.
Yeah, but I wasn't about to get in trouble with the police or anything.
You can't get in trouble with the police. She can.
Yeah. And just wait until the end, girl.
Tell me.
Entonces, everything happened and whatnot. And then after the whole fight, Ethan and his family left. Mm-hmm. And Kylie kept telling me hella shit, continuing to call me names and everything. And everything supposedly happened because of my quote-unquote bitch ass. And he started, what's it called? And then Bob started asking me, "Oh, when do you turn 18? Y de hocicona le dije, "Tomorrow, bitch." And then they got even madder. Y luego behind my suegra, la Kylie would just do a sign that she wanted to decapitate me. You know, like in the movies, cuando they're like, "You,
take your head away."
Yes, bitch.
No, please. No. These are some crazy ass motherfuckers, for real. ¿No te da miedo?
No.
They won't do shit.
Yeah, they won't.
El que dice no hace.
No, I don't know. They're all talk, but at the end of the day, I still have to respect them because I have to deal with them.
You know what? I've always thought, I don't know what you think, Brianna, but I've always thought, yes, you know how they always say respect your elders and respect everyone that's older than you. But fuck that. If someone's older than me and disrespected me, I'm going to fucking defend myself. Yeah. I don't give a fuck how old are you. Like, if you're older than me, I'll respect if you respect me. But if you don't respect me, there's going to be a problem. Exactly. Because if there's a lady that's like 40 years old and she's telling you shit, you're going to defend yourself. Yeah. 100%. Mm-hmm. Pero you shouldn't be afraid of being scared of the law because nothing will happen to you. If she fights you, then there's a problem. But if you fight her, there won't be a problem.
See, and that's why they were asking me, like, when do I turn 18? Because either she wanted to fight me or she wanted to do something to me. But at the end of the day, I'm not the one. I don't want to say it. Never mind.
No, well, I think you're just, aléjate de esta gente. No te juntes con la gente que no te quiere ver vestida how you want to. That's fucking ridiculous. What the hell?
Oh, what about your boyfriend? What does he say?
My man?
No, him.
Oh, her man. What does your man say? Oh my God, that's so true, dude. What is your man defending you?
See, actually, after I went away, like, conté todo, he went up to her and started screaming at her. She's like, "Why the fuck do you always do this? Like, you always have something to say about everyone." And pues just started, like, going off on her.
Yeah, because he needs to defend you. But you know what, dude? You're so young for this to be happening to you in the first place.
Yeah.
A 31-year-old. She's probably mad because her chichis are all wangos. Probably.
Yeah, bro.
No columpio.
Yeah, sure they are.
Damn, Melanie, you're just that bitch. That's just you. And people are just mad over your perky boobs. You know? Like, fuck it. Be like, I'm sorry, columpio. So what is it that you got to tell to everyone in the camera right now watching you, to all those girls that want to dress a certain way but can't because people talk shit? What do you got to tell them?
Métales un putazo. That's what I should have done. Just
you should have took that advice yourself, bitch. You should have fucked that bitch up.
I know. Like, looking back at it, I was like, damn, I should have fucking swung on that bitch.
Hey, it's okay, though. You said you were being respectful. You're doing your part, and that's okay. But you know what, Melanie? You're just that bitch, and people don't support that. But that's okay. As long as you know who you are, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, Melanie. Is there anything else you would like to say before we end the call?
Yes. Actually, I want to tell you happy birthday because I know your birthday was like 2 days ago.
Thank you.
Y miré que te la pasaste muy bien.
I did, girl. Oh my God, you're the first one to tell me from the callers we had today. So thank you. Thank you de todo corazón. Thank you. Y agárrate porque cuando salga este episodio se los mandas por accidente el link a todas esas perras. Y les dices, ay, sorry, I didn't mean to send it to you para que lo miren, ¿eh?
Yeah.
Ándale pues, Melanie.
I posted it on my note on Instagram. They're like, "Oh, I'm about to go watch it when it comes out." I'm like, "Yeah, like I'm sponsoring Itapi right now."
Good, bitch.
I know.
Good. Okay, good. I'm so happy. Anything you want to tell her, Brianna?
If you're a man or you don't care what you wear, then you shouldn't. Nothing else.
No.
Exactly. So why the fuck give attention to saggy bitches, all right? Thank you, Melanie, for being a part of today's episode. Stay tuned and watch it, and we'll stay in touch.
All right. Thank you.
Cuídate, girl. Ándale. Bye. Dude, what the hell?
No.
Is your boyfriend insecure about what you wear?
No, he'll tell me what to wear. Like,
you can wear whatever you want.
If it's something revealing, he'll be like, "Ooh, you look good in this."
Pero nunca te dice como you. So I think that you know your limits.
Yeah.
What you think is appropriate, what you think is not appropriate. Because yes, you're a girl and you can dress beautiful, but also respect for your man. If that makes any sense. I'm glad. Qué bueno. And I know we have your boyfriend here with us today, so I want him to come on, if that's okay with you, Angel. And I just want us to talk a little bit como pareja. So let's give a round of applause. No todo nervioso, no te nervioso. You can put the mic closer to you para que. How are you feeling?
Excited?
Nervous?
Not that much.
No? So we're on with Brianna and we're talking about your guys' relationship together, and I wanted to get just a little bit of you guys as a couple together and just talk a little bit about you guys. I know you guys have been together 5 years. Y how has that journey from your side been?
It's been different. Like, it's been here and there. It's, goes like roller coaster. But we've been good.
Yeah? And how was it how nervous were you when you told your mom that you were with Brianna?
I wasn't nervous. I was scared.
Yeah?
I was scared, yeah. I didn't know how she was going to react. And it was my first time bringing a girl.
Really?
In the relationship. I mean, in the family. So I was nervous, yeah.
Yeah? You even sound nervous right now. I'm like, damn. And ¿cómo fue esa primera impression when you first saw her in that classroom? How'd you know she was the one?
Oh. Well, I keep telling her that when I saw her, I told myself, like, she's going to be my girlfriend. But she doesn't believe me.
No?
She ignored me. Remember?
Oh, when you told me que te dio el papel.
Yeah, but I told myself that, and I don't know, it was just like random in my head.
Yeah. And now that you guys have been together for such a long time, how is it that from your part, how is it that you maintain the relationship the way it is?
Communication. I feel like if we don't have a good, like, if we don't talk things out, we're not going to last.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to get anywhere.
And how'd you feel about that whole situation about her and her dad when that was happening?
It didn't make me feel good because I know the kind of person I am.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make me cry.
You guys are going to make me cry. Stop. Oh, my God. Give me tissues, please. I'm literally going to cry.
Okay.
Why do you guys do this to me? It's okay. Let it out. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. It's okay. But it's not fair that this happens to them, Like, how was that when she told you?
Well, I didn't know how to react because I know I'm not a bad person. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just being like myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like how he treats her.
Mm-hmm. No, and I truly believe, like I said, and I've mentioned to her, it affects you because, and you shouldn't ever feel guilty. You guys are happy and you guys are for each other. And that's just how it is. Plain, period. If he doesn't support you, he doesn't support, and that's fine. Yes, it hurts because it's her dad, but he shouldn't have to treat her like that. You've never done anything wrong, so hasn't she. But I'm sure it affects you because that's your partner.
Yeah.
What did she tell you that night?
Well, I was still outside of her house.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, he's kicking me out. And I already felt it. Like, I felt like something was happening. And I was just, like, in shock. Like, I already knew the kind of person her dad was. So I wasn't, like, surprised that was happening. But, well, yeah, I'm glad that I was still outside to get our stuff and stuff. Yeah.
And when you met him that day that he shook your hand, did you feel, like, uncomfortable? Like, did you feel that vibe?
I didn't. Well, I did. I was there for her.
Yeah.
I wasn't there to
No.
try to be okay with him or, like, but obviously I'm going to react. I'm going to act like I don't care. Like it's not bothering me that he's there, you know?
Exactly.
So.
And why is it that you fought for her? You fought till you made sure she was happy. Like, why? O sea, what made you like, I need to fight for this girl?
Because she's just like everything. Like, she's different, and I know what she deserves. So I want to give her what she deserves.
Yeah. And how do you feel hearing him say that?
That makes me want to cry.
Hey, but that's like so like important. Your suegra's all like, damn. No, it's because as a mom, I'm sure it's hard for you to also hear, you know, like you're not going through that, because no one should ever go through that. But do you feel like now that you guys are fine and everything, do you ever feel like you could ever, I don't know, in the future ever like go to him and talk to him? Or do you feel like it's just something that can't happen?
I know I can, but I know how he is, and hopefully I feel like if he like acts, sometimes he's like bipolar. Like, sometimes he's okay, and sometimes he's like, no, like, don't talk to me or anything. But I feel like if he's in a good spot, like, we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to.
Yeah. How was it that you comforted Brianna when all that was going on?
She already knew that I'm there for her and everything. So I feel like she knew the support she was gonna have with me and my family. So it wasn't like fuck, like,
yeah.
You know?
And how was it when you recently first came out? How was that?
I was scared inside because obviously in our family we don't have like that community. So, but I knew my mom and my family were gonna be supportive. Yeah. Like, no matter what.
From your family as well, are you the first person to come out?
Yeah.
And when you told your mom, how was that?
She was like, I knew it. Like, you're a dork. Like, why didn't you tell me?
Pero ¿cómo fue que le dijiste?
I was in school. And I can't talk to my mom in person. I don't know why, but
to this day.
Yeah,
to this day.
You can have a conversation with her, like looking at her in the eyes.
I can't.
No.
He texts her, like, if he wants to do something or he's asking her permission or advice or anything, he'll text her.
Really?
He won't say it.
Yes. I just texted her, like, long ass paragraph. And she was like, I knew it. So it made me feel good. Yeah. She obviously knew.
And how when you told your sister?
She knew it too.
She knew también. Digo, ay, ya sabía.
Yeah, she knew.
You having this support system and you knowing that they love, you know, your girlfriend and you guys, how does that make you feel? That she has this support system, your mom, your sister. How does that make you feel?
Just makes me feel like I'm lucky, because a lot of people don't have that. And I have a good relationship with my family. I've always had a good relationship. So I know that bringing her into the family was just going to be like even better.
And how's your relationship with her siblings? Good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and her mom and her stepmom también?
Her stepmom, I could talk to her stepmom. Yeah. Like, it's not like, no, like, don't bring her. She comes over to her apartment and I'm there, you know. She says hi, like. But it's just sometimes she says things that are just like, oh, I thought we were doing good. Yeah. You know?
What did she say?
The other day, it was for that party, my little sister's
party.
Yeah. My older sister overheard her talking to her, my stepmom talking to her sister, saying like, because obviously Angel goes by he, him. Yeah. And she said, oh, like, Brianna no pudo venir porque no pudo venir la otra. Yeah. And my sister.
Just little things like that.
Yeah, like comments like that. And that's why I'm like, I thought we were going good. Like, it feels like we took a step forward and 3 steps back.
Exactly. How do you handle that when the people that do know you, and are around you, when they go by those other pronouns, do you just feel like disrespected? Like, hell no. Like, when they want to try and disrespect you.
Oh, yeah. But when someone like misgenders me in person, I don't say anything. And she's always like...
I'm always the one where I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking tell him something if he doesn't fucking correct
You
himself.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you tell her that something that day?
I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there.
No, it was my sister told me what she heard.
Y nunca le mandaste un mensaje or anything.
No.
Pero crees que a lo mejor se le salió, nomás decir como or she did it on purpose.
She's kind of like petty.
Yeah. And how does your mom when she hears like these little things like going on like with her dad and everything, le duele a tu mom, ¿verdad que sí?
Oh yeah, she gets pissed off.
Yeah.
I know she wishes she could talk shit in person, but
she looks brava. She looks like bravas and like she defends, the people she loves. Yeah, but how do you see you guys from here to 5 years?
For sure, probably engaged, moved in.
Okay.
Let me not say, because then she's gonna be like, really? You said soon, and let me not just say anything. But hopefully, yeah.
Engaged. Y en un futuro, we were talking about kids also. Tú quisieras tener los kids. Yeah. Oye, this is like and I'm asking this question because, like, were you guys here in the beginning when I was, no, they weren't here when I was talking about my other friends, but yo tengo dos amigas que ya están casadas. Y la que es como like the boy in the relationship, she's the one that's going to do the IVF. She's the one that wants to get pregnant.
I've seen couples like that too.
Yeah. So when you guys ever plan on having kids, will it be you that's going to have the kids? Yeah. Because I had asked her name's Brianna, and she's like so open about all that and everything. And she's like, I want to have them. And I'm like, that's so cool. Like, I've never like seen, like that. And I'm like, that's freaking dope. You would never want to be the one. No?
Hell no.
No, hombre, dice, no, mejor.
I'm not built for that.
And how do you like social media? A ver, cuéntanos.
I love it. Like, I get to be myself, obviously. I love to sing. And I feel like that's how people know me. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Like, I like when people tell me, like, you have this, you're going somewhere,
Hell yeah.
And I believe it. But you're just waiting for the opportunity.
Your mom ever put you guys in a singing course, or ustedes nomás cantan porque cantan?
No, yeah, we've been singing since we were little.
Really?
We got it from my dad.
And who taught you how to dance?
I feel like she wouldn't teach me. I knew.
Because she said that you knew already.
Yeah, but she would just say, like, no, do this steps more like this and that.
Yeah.
Like correcting.
And I caught on. Like,
okay. Pero ya sabías, ¿no? Bailar antes. And it's just something you've always liked?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think anything of dancing until I met her. Yeah. Because every party she would be like, let's go dance. But,
Y Brianna, así es Angel de shy, and when you guys are, así es todo el día, o contigo es más como, más abierto.
He's not this shy, but.
No.
It's probably when he meets someone new, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to get used to him. Because everybody always says, like, if someone were to see him like this, they would be like, why is he so, like, quiet? Why is he so moody? Yeah. But they don't know, like, how he is. He just needs to, like, warm up.
Yeah.
He's fucking hilarious. Like,
Or if I'm not saying anything and I'm just, like, on my phone in the back, why is he mad? Like, why is he not talking to you?
But
like I can't do anything.
Porque luego se van y se ofenden. Yeah. We were talking about with Brianna how people, like, sometimes hate saying the same thing, that, like, you're, like, moody and stuff like that. How do you take all that negative stuff on social media?
They could think whatever they want to think, Exactly. I know how I am, and
that's it.
Matter.
Damn, dude. Well, what do you guys have to say? I need you guys to express some words to one of another before we freaking... What do you got to tell Angel right now, Brianna?
That I love him and I'm grateful for him to be sticking by my side.
Yeah.
Through everything, literally.
Mm-hmm.
He had no hesitation of, like stepping in, like, it's okay, babe. Like, you have us. Like, it's not like you don't have anywhere to go. Like, he was so, like... It was very, like, supportive. Like, it's okay. It's going to get better. This is just, like, one little hiccup, basically.
Yeah. What would you have to tell Brianna? Me, like a wedding right now? Getting the vows?
I do.
Pinche Tati desgraciada.
Well, I want to say I'm proud of you. Because I know if someone else was in her shoes, they would be depressed. Or not that that is negative, but... I feel like she can handle a lot. Mm-hmm. And now she's strong.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Yeah.
I wish you guys the best in your relationship always y que siempre Dios los bendiga. And you guys always gotta stick strong. Siempre la gente va a tener algo de qué comentar, but as long as you guys are happy, que chinguen a su madre toda la gente negativa, neta. Thank you guys so much, la neta, por estar aquí conmigo. Thank you for today's episode. If you guys want a part 2 where we go full on depth with Angel and his sister, su mom, I'd love to do a part 2, and I need you guys to comment down below. Is there any final words you would like to speak before we end today's episode?
To thank you for having us here.
Thank you for
having me. This is a big opportunity.
Oh my gosh.
I can't. Like, this is an I made it moment.
Oh my gosh. No.
Seriously.
Oh, thank you. No, yo estoy muy, muy agradecida because again, and van a decir en los comentarios, pinche Tati nomás se la sigue repitiendo. I really, really like having you guys here because I see a lot of potential in you, in your cuñada, in your boyfriend. You guys are going to make it huge. And I'm going to be the first bitch to say, I had him in my podcast.
No, seriously.
No, and I wish you guys the best. And in anything I can ever help you, trust me, I'm going to be there for all of you guys. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Also review on Spotify. We're available on Spotify and YouTube. Remember, this is Suelta La Lengua. I am your host, Itati Lopez, your weekly addiction. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Thank you.